We're good. So, welcome to Northern Perspective, episode 10, the second for this calendar year. I'm going to look over here. So, it's okay. The second for this calendar year, 2026. This is a debrief with context of North Glengarry's February 9th and 23rd, 2026 council meeting. So, today on Northern Perspective, we sit down with Mayor Jamie MacDonald to unpack both those meetings. That includes sort of the leadership transition. We have a new CAO, housing flexibility, seniors development for seniors, housing flexibility and seniors development proposal, agricultural protection, water and wastewater infrastructure upgrades, provincial infrastructure funding advocacy, and of course the mayor's polar bear which we discussed a few minutes ago and sort of is having its moments. So welcome, Jamie.
Thank you.
And thanks for being part again of this debrief.
Happy to be here.
So there's a leadership transition right now. We're welcoming the new CAO, clerk of North Glengarry. And North Glengarry maintains sort of a nice transition between it's the period of finding this new CAO. So can you remind us who this person is, and what kind of perspective is this new CAO bringing to North Glengarry?
Okay, yeah. So we've hired CAO Michael Fothrop. He worked with the city of Cornwall, basically running their public works and environmental aspects of the city of Cornwall. Many employees worked underneath him, so I think he's a pretty good fit for. I think this was the next step for him. It's great for us, and we're in the midst of having we're working on the Main Street project.
Okay.
And we're also working on the Lagoon project. And as you saw at the last meeting, there was a proposal for the environmental assessment for the Maxville Lagoons.
Yeah.
This is a good time to have somebody with the engineer's background and the background that he has to help navigate through these large projects. So it's been a very good transition. He's fit in very well with staff, and we're excited about the future.
Okay. So is there any special, beside those projects that you've mentioned, is there anything other special that he's going to be looking into
I think we have to update a lot of our manuals for staff, and how the day-to-day business runs. So we're looking to him to do that, to update those policies and procedures, and I think he's already started doing that, and I think we've been on a good trajectory, and I think we're just looking for him to continue that.
Perfect. So as far as housings, there's some growth management issues coming up. So the council, you approved zoning amendments for secondary dwellings, and received a proposed 27 seniors apartment development. So first of all, where are these apartments or these units supposed to be, and is there a start and finish date to this, and what's this project called?
Yeah, so we had the public meeting of planning last Monday.
Okay.
At that meeting, we had the public's members of the public spoke.
Okay.
We had many in favor of it, and we had a few people against it.
Okay.
And that's kind of what we've been hearing around. People don't understand a little bit about how the 27 are going to fit, but Mr. Theora has done a great job, I think, placing how he's doing it, and he's taking care of the amount of parking spaces that are needed. And some of the minor variances that he's asking for right now will be null and void anyways, once we take on the province's new again, changing their policy.
Okay.
So we feel very confident that it will fit in with the neighborhood. And
where is this supposed to be?
So this is right across from the Church on the Hill. So it used to be the well, I'll go back a long time. He was the Harmony Glen
Harmony Glen
School,
School, yeah.
and then it was a church
Yeah.
most recently. So that's all been demolished, and he's ready to go as soon as he can. So I think, when you asked about, do we have the services? Obviously, we're dependent upon the getting the lagoons done, but
Yeah.
this project is not dependent upon that.
Yeah.
We still have enough capacity for that.
Okay. And like you talked, there is a provincial pressure to
Yes.
intensify housing, so how does that local infrastructure fit with as you mentioned, the regulations and the funding that are potentially coming from
Uh,
provincial?
so yeah, no, it fits right in with exactly what they want. They want some intensified housing. Um, they are 1 bedroom apartments, so
Okay.
they're smaller, so the price will be reasonable and I think attractive to seniors or the 55 plus age group that don't want to mow lawns and have a big house to take
Is
care
that
of.
the target demographic?
That is the target demographic
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. So let's talk about agricultural land protection. There were some zoning amendments to reinforce agricultural surplus dwelling
Yeah.
severances, and so this protects farmland from
Yep.
fragmentation. It's been going on for
Yep.
for many many years. So, are these zoning severances on a rise in recent years?
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing these more and more. With the farms are no longer the 100-acre farms. You could feed your entire family, and your family would work the farm on 100 acres. Uh, now farmers have thousands of acres. So we're seeing the acquisition into super farms for sure.
Yeah.
And those homes are, they're surplus to the needs of that agricultural business. We would like on council definitely to see, without taking away farmland, but increasing the size of the properties so that they're more attractive for people to live there.
Yeah.
So we've been working with the counties on that. Again, we need to protect our farmland. I saw a stat the other day that on a daily basis, we right now in Ontario or in Canada, we lose 339 acres of
Oh, really?
farmland a day. So it's something that we very much need to protect.
Okay, so this is something that we really need to balance, especially coming from a strong agricultural background, uh, community
Oh yeah,
and township.
the farming is
Is
everything.
is
Is North Glengarry. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what we're. That's what we're.
it's its backbone.
Yep.
So you talked about the infrastructure planning for the water and wastewater
Yep.
capacity. So both the Alexandria Lagoon and the Maxville one are on the table right now for basically under review and to see what's actually sort of going on with making sure that we're good for a little while. So what's with the Alexandria system? It's supposedly operating below capacity. So does that mm, um, influence like future development planning?
So yeah, the lagoon is not operating under capacity. The water system
To our system?
is operating under capacity. Under capacity, I think we're at 33% capacity, if I
Oh,
recall,
wow.
somewhere in the
Okay.
30s, and that included adding Maxville to that because that Maxville is part of the Alexandria water system.
Okay.
The lagoons are near capacity in Alexandria, but we've already approved that environmental assessment. We've already gotten the money for that. That one's a go. Going to Maxville, we're at the beginnings of the phase of reaching out to the public and giving them information, and that'll be happening in the coming weeks in Maxville. We received numbers for the environmental assessment, and of course, we can't move forward with that project without the province giving
Yeah.
us that
So
money.
it's critical. The funding will be critical.
Very, yeah. It's the only way we can move forward. We can't afford to take on a project. The options were between 11.4 million and 14 million. So
That's for the Maxwell one.
that's for the Maxwell one. Yeah.
So you need the assessments per se to actually to apply for the funding itself.
That's right. So once that's done, then we've already started a little bit at the project at the province. When we were at the Roma Convention, we did mention when we were speaking to infrastructure that we did have this project coming forward. So they understand that if they basically if you want to build homes, the province and the feds have to come through with some money.
Yeah.
Because we're not the only municipality that's going through this. We have room to grow,
Yeah.
but we can't do it without their help.
Yeah, yeah, and especially with the Ottawa boundary sort of reaching
Yeah,
reaching Maxville, beyond Castleman, reaching Maxville,
that's right.
we're become in the crosshairs of those
Yeah,
that
because
development.
we're seeing development in Chrysler, Moose Creeks, Saint Isidore. So Maxville is a definitely, I think, an attractive community
Especially
to live.
being right off the highway as well
Yeah.
too.
I've got a premonition. Things ain't gonna go my way. It's gonna break me down. Yeah, it's taking me day by day. I've got a bad feeling creeping up and down my spine. You're gonna leave me, honey, 'cause it's weighing heavy on my mind.
Okay, so Emergency Services Council approved SCBA equipment for firefighters, and you completed an SCADA upgrade to ensure the water system reliability. So, what are both those, the SCBA and SCADA?
So the SCBA is self-contained breathing apparatus.
Okay.
So they were at the end of life. Or we probably maybe could have pushed it another year, but we're talking about safety here.
And people
And
lives.
very happy. Our fire chief has been working with a company and we think we're getting pretty favorable pricing
Okay.
on it. So there'll be. I was not at the meeting on the 9th, so I'm giving kind of an overview of what was presented, but definitely we're getting the whole system changed. So to ensure that our firefighters' safety.
And the water system reliability, that's the SCADA. right?
SC. So that is a. Now I had it in my head, but it's basically it's for. What it does is it gives information on the water system,
Okay.
and it's a data acquisition.
Okay.
That's what the DA, and then
Yeah.
the what it does is it also sends out systems. So whatever's being pumped into the water system, it does it automatically, so
Okay.
that it's not like an operator that has to keep checking. So it goes by the data and then operates according to the data that it's.
That's for the firefighters, or
That's for the water
That's for the water system itself. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's I'm forgetting what the acronym stands for exactly, but
DA is that acquisition.
yeah,
Okay.
data acquisition. I got that part.
Okay. All right. So those basically we get, there's an upgrade on that to
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
for our systems
Yeah.
themselves. Okay. So infrastructure itself. Council passed a resolution that extends and enhances the Ontario Community Infrastructure Fund. So what is that particular fund itself?
So OCIF, we obviously gave the acronym is OSIF, and so that is funding that we know is coming to us year after year. So generally they approve that this is the funding that you're going to get for the next 2 years or 3
Okay.
years. So what we're requesting, and we passed a resolution the other night, is for them to at least, basically tell us that it's good for 10 years, so that we can plan ahead for things, and also to have the component of putting it up by what the cost of living is. So because $400,000 pre-COVID is not the same as
No.
400,000 post-COVID, and those numbers haven't changed much. So we're very appreciative, obviously, of the money, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it would help with our long-term planning.
Okay. So is it so with this long-term planning in mind, is the funding more or less predictable as it comes in
Well, right now it's fairly predictable, but just at that 400,000, what we'd like to see obviously is a longer term commitment to it, so that we can do longer term planning. Because planning for 4 years, we don't really plan for 4 years. We plan for what something's going to look like 10, 20 years down the road. So
And then you can plan all you want and things change. I mean, we
yeah,
look at
yeah.
you look at winter. This I'm pretty
Oh,
sure that the budget for snow removal this winter has
oh,
gone.
we have tons of money left.
Yeah.
No, that's sarcasm. So yeah, it was a tough year, and of course, what we'll do is that we'll gather ourselves after this part of the winter is over. Maybe we have to pull money from somewhere else to because we still have the end of year winter coming.
Yeah.
So
And it happens. I mean,
Yep,
it is,
that's
there's
what it
there's no control over that. We have no control. We
Yeah.
just have to.
2 years we had hardly
Yeah.
anything, and so we hardly spent anything.
Yeah,
So.
there's that. So, you participated in this year's Polar Bear Disc, notably dressed as Donald Trump. Yeah, love the parody. The dancing was spot on, as one would say. So, how was the event and how was the water?
So the event was good. It's great for the community to come out and support the Sports Hall of Fame. The Sports Hall of Fame is a museum of our sporting history, and it's important. And it's a great event for people to get out and laugh and have some fun. And the water temperature never really changes year to year. So that was my 10th one, and it's
10 years in,
it's
right?
darn cold. And so the Donald Trump thing, just thought put some a little bit of, we always try when Rodney and I would jump together, we would try to do some sort of skit or something funny in the water. We've done synchronized swimming and playing poker and some things like that. So I decided to try that. Feel bad for Councillor Madden a little bit. He only had. His feet were sitting right in the water the whole time I was doing my little show, so he was freezing and wanted to jump in, but
yeah, well, there you go. It's you remember you have to abide by the Donald, right?
That's right. Yes. Well, yes, and I'm not sure I'll ever get into the United States again, but it was a lot of fun.
Good. So big picture reflection. So when we look at February as a whole, and sort of heading down 2026, are there some priorities? We got Deputy Mayor Williams' sort of 2 cents on this. What are your sort of what do you see sort of in the horizon for 2026 council and maybe 2026 North Glengarry?
I've really, I feel for myself is, we're working on the Alexandria Lagoon, and it's to keep pressuring the government for funding for the Alexandria Main Street project. That is the top of mind, as well as.
Are there some dates with that particular project sort of starting to shape up, or?
We're hoping that we could do it in 2027, pending funding.
Okay.
So we're along with the counties, we're working hard with the government to try and get some the upper tier governments to try and get some money for that project. Also getting the EA done in Maxville, so that is something else that we can work with the province on. It's 2026 will be a short year. It's an election year.
Okay. Yeah.
So by August 15th, we will. I think that's the deadline for putting your name in. We'll know if we're a lame duck council or not. And if 2/3 of our council is running, then we are lame duck. So, or the positions are open. So it basically slows down the work for the rest of the year. So what we need to do right now is to concentrate on getting things done in the short term and keep working towards long-term goals.
Cool. Good. 20 minutes, we're still good. My cameras are not going to shut down on me, so it's all good. I want to thank all our viewers for watching. I want to thank you for coming on. Hopefully we can get as viral as your clip on YouTube when you jumped in. That's our goal. So we want to remind folks that putting this together takes takes a bit. It's a bit of a job, and if you want to volunteer or stop by, or if you have maybe you want to sponsor the segment or help with any way, shape, or form, please do reach out to us. info@glengarrytv.com. Or you can just stop by the studio, see what we're doing here. It's always a pleasure to have Mayor Jamie MacDonald come in and debrief, discuss things. We have a great place to live in Glengarry. We have some great folks that are taking care of the place. It's not an easy job. It's much more difficult than it is. People are oftentimes, criticizing without sort of being, sort of knowing the context, and hopefully we bring you some of the context. So again, Jamie, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time. By the way, this is 10 deep. So see you soon.
Take care.